Welcome to the Christic Mastery Circle Kryst-Sophia Roundtable Drop. We held the roundtable and spoke on this subject among a bunch of other things. It was quite a good hangout. But this is the education portion of it, plus the practical or the activation. Attunement. There we go. The attunement. All right. So we're talking today about in this Kryst-Sophia Roundtable, recalibrating the feminine architecture of listening. In this sacred circle, we gather to remember the feminine, not as absence, but as the intelligent still point from which all creation flows. The Kryst-Sophia Round Table is a ceremonial remembrance of listening as primordial light technology and an act of sacred architecture, where silence becomes structure and receptivity becomes revolution. Together, we attune to the unspoken codes of the womb field, where Sophia's breath, not with words, she breathes with radiant stillness. We explore the mysteries of divine gestation, spiral transmission, and the return of feminine knowing encoded in soundless song. In this sacred Kryst-Sophia Roundtable, we are not simply meeting in circle, we are entering the remembrance chamber of the divine feminine principle as living presence. Before sound, before story, before structure, there is listening. To truly listen is to become womb-like. To become womb-like is to empty in reverence, not collapse, not disempowerment, but as the fertile void of sacred neutrality. When we listen, we return to the primordial breath, the Sophia spiral, that sings light into form. Let this space be a recalibration of the feminine architecture, not as concept, but as embodied current. We are reactivating what has been silenced, not through speaking over it, but by coming still enough to hear it again. We now enter the sanctum of deeper remembrance, where the feminine does not declare herself in words, but in the pulsing truth of what is felt before it is spoken. Divine gestation is the sacred pause in which creation swells, timeless, unhurried, encoded with potential. In the spiral, time is not linear. The spiral transmission mirrors the organic unfoldment of Sophia's breath. It is how she weaves galaxies, how she speaks in silence. The return of feminine knowing is not a rise in volume, but a rise in resonance. It comes through the soundless song, the music heard only in stillness. This is the womb's memory. It is the frequency of truth that cannot be proven, only remembered. In our attunement today, we restore this inner resonance. We allow the spiral to guide us back into coherence. We listen not with ears, but with the whole field of the body. We receive not for output, but because receiving is holy. This is Sophia's song, and it is sounding again through you. We decided to take a little break and before recording the rest of it, but we're back now. So we're going to step into the section of doing the practical stuff, starting with the Sophia breath spiral. So I'm going to explain what the Sophia breath spiral is and how to do it, and then we're going to do it, which is 9 rounds of this particular breath. So Sophia breath spiral is a fully guided attunement into the sacred architecture of spiral breath. You're going to begin by lying down or sitting in a space of stillness. You're going to close your eyes and bring one hand to your womb space, your lower abdomen. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female, you have the hara space or the womb space. And you're going to put your other hand on your heart. As you inhale, you're going to feel the breath spiral into your womb, and it's not coming as a straight line. It's descending through the crown in a spiral motion all the way down, spiraling into your womb. So that's what you're visioning on the inhale, and you're going to pause at the bottom and receive that feeling, receive that energy within the womb space. As you exhale, that spiral is going to rise again from the womb to the heart, to the head or mind, to the mouth where you exhale. So each breath coming in, each breath coming out, as you breathe out, you're offering that breath back as sacred devotion. So this is not rushing. This is not breath work. This is breath listening. So we're just going to inhale, having that. So the spiral in through the mouth to the mind, down to the heart, down to the womb, spiraling, hold it in the womb. Then you're going to exhale it back up, spiraling out through the mouth, releasing it as devotion. Okay. So we're going to do 9 rounds of that. I'll keep count, but you're going to be going at your own pace. So don't worry if you're a little bit ahead of me or a little bit behind me. You'll finish when you're finished, and I'll pause before we go any further, so that you're not too far behind. I might talk a little bit along the way, but it won't be about anything until we get to the end, where there'll be a little affirmation. Okay, so let's begin. Inhale with the spiral coming in and down into the womb. Hold it. Exhale. With my fingers. I'm going to be inhaling for the 4th time. I just wanted to say a couple things. Continue breathing. And like I said, we'll finish when we finish, and it's all fun. So with each spiral, you want to remember, let the breath remember you into coherence. So you're letting that remind you of what coherence feels like. This breath is alive. It is Sophia breathing you into presence. You may begin to feel tingles or pulsing through your solar plexus or crown. Just allow them. Okay, so I'm going to continue and I'll catch up with you. And for me, this is the last one. So as you finish, you're going to affirm, I spiral inward to receive. I spiral outward to offer. I am the breath of Sophia. So that's the Sophia spiral breath. You can practice that or do that whenever you want. It's not necessarily about practice, it's about presence. So the next one that I have for this content is the tri-wave stillness codes. So these are recalibrating the nervous system and energy field into the Krystic tri-wave current. This attunement helps dissolve binary distortions, returning your field to harmonic stillness. Tri-wave presence is the field beyond duality, the third harmonic that allows the divine feminine to create without polarity. So the guided process, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to place both of your hands this time on your heart. You're going to inhale slowly, feeling the breath arrive at a space of neutrality. You're going to visualize a triangle of light, one pointing above the crown, one at the heart, and one below the womb. As you exhale, imagine this triangle spinning gently in all directions, harmonizing thought, emotion, and body. Now you're going to speak inwardly or aloud. I allow the tri-wave frequency to restore my field. I release binary tension. I enter the third presence. Pause. Inhale again. This time, feel the light spiral through this trinity, through the crown, the heart, and the womb. Feel the stillness amplified between the polarities. Let the still point become spacious, wide, calm. Breathe with this presence, this tri-wave stillness is not absence. It is the presence that cannot be pushed or pulled. It is the divine feminine's ability to hold paradox in peace. Breathe until you feel your field quiet, stabilize, and reweave. Your affirmation, say aloud or inwardly, I dwell in the harmony of the third. I stabilize creation through presence. So then the final one is the solar womb field remembrance, the activation of the solar womb as a conscious field of generative silence. This is the Krysted feminine center of co-creation, where timelines are conceived through still presence. Sophia gestates reality not through effort, but through sacred witness. So again, we're going to sit or lie down in a space where you feel safe and undisturbed. You're going to bring your awareness to your lower abdomen, your womb, or your hara, so your womb space or the hara. The energetic womb, if your physical womb is not present. So for those that have had a hysterectomy or who are masculine or, who don't have a womb, you can see the energetic space, the hara. So place one hand on the center and one on the heart, whichever one feels comfortable for you. Okay, and we're going to close our eyes as always. You're going to inhale gently as if breathing through your crown in a spiral motion down through your throat, your chest, and your heart, through your solar plexus, until the breath lands and expands in the womb space. Just hold the breath softly. And now you're going to exhale softly and slowly, allowing the breath to spiral up from the womb, through the heart, and out through the lips or nose like a golden wave of light being released. This is your solar womb. Exhale slowly, allowing the breath to spiral out, that golden wave of light being released. And as you continue to breathe in and out in this beautiful rhythm, the spiral rhythm, repeat inwardly, I enter the chamber of sacred gestation. I am the silence that births the sun. Begin to feel the center of your womb space warming, glowing like a sun behind the veil. Your solar womb is expanding. It does not push. It does not rush. It waits, listens, and codes timelines into form through frequency. Visualize this inner sun expanding its light through your body, weaving gold through every cell. Feel the timelines that are most aligned with your highest remembrance begin to swirl within you, not as thoughts, but as sensation, pulses, truths. Remain here for several minutes. And complete, seal the space with your hands in prayer at the heart. Say aloud, I am the vessel of divine remembrance. Through stillness, I co-create in love. I am the Sophia light. And we're going to say a final seal. I remember. I return. I receive as the Sophia light. And that's all for this session. You can rewatch it as many times as you'd like and get, practice doing the breathing and connecting to the stillness and the silence and creating from that space. Not sure what the next session's going to be on, but I look forward to hosting it for you. And let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, or any feedback on this particular episode. I was starting to have to fight the yawns there. It was very relaxing. I was just talking about it. Oh my God, made me yawn. Have a great night. Happy New Moon.